Hello and welcome to Gina Moon. We're going to go ahead and tap into your current energies to see what messages Spirit has here for you at this given time. Before we jump in, just know that this reading is sponsored by Psychic Source, and I'll tell you all about the amazing offer they have for you at the end of the reading. Without further ado, let's jump right in. Quick reminder, these energies are still very intense, and right now there's a little bit of a shift for you, your sign, because there's a portal opening up for you. But not just any portal. There's something here that is happening where the universe is asking you whether you are willing to leave the old timeline and jump into an unknown doorway that is opening up for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. All these shifts are creating lots of changes in everybody's lives, not just yours, but the whole collective. All right, let's see. You are starting with the dominant energy of the drum roll. Oh. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That new portal. Brand spanking new, squeaky clean portal. Are you ready? If you see the number 1111101, new beginnings. New beginnings. I see here that it looks good. Okay, it looks very good. You have been passing a lot of karmic tests. You have been listening to your inner GPS system. I see it. Because what you have here is none other than a brand new beginning. And this, for a lot of you, it's the beginning of new love. Now, before you want to click off the channel, I know your sign. Reminder, love is not just about romance. Because if you want to create money in your life, if you have an idea, a project, family, you want just harmony, health in your life, you will always need to have self-love. Of course, for a lot of you, this definitely has to do with romance, right? But this is a general reading, and you take the reading how it resonates, okay? Of course, this can be love, self-love, healing energy, brand new portal, new beginning happening for all of you. This can be career-related matters, family, friends, finances, health, whatever it is. Again, you take it how it resonates for you. But look at these two hands, right? If you kind of look at this photo image from a distance, you can't really tell if it's, two different people or one person holding the bowl, right? It's like a golden bowl there. But if you look on the sides, there's two different colored sleeves. One is coral, the other one is a yellow. So yes, this has to do with an outside energy, a person. Again, could be a brand new person for a lot of you. This can potentially be something or someone here that is coming in or who has recently come in to teach you something. Because the number 1 has to do with you. Right? You and another becoming one, or you and another person coming together to teach each other something, some kind of karmic lessons, having some kind of soul contracts. And there could be a timeline split where you go on your own way, right? Becoming a new version of you, and they go on there. So we're going to figure this out because these hands are not yet holding each other, right? They're holding a golden bowl that has emotions. What kind of emotions, though? We still have yet to see. Yes, for a lot of you, this is love because it's a new beginning. A new beginning in love and self-love, like I said. But let's go ahead and tune in. Okay, let's see. We're going to go into each position. But while I shuffle these very intense energies, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And also turn on that notification bell when you do. A lot of you have been telling me that you're not getting notified. So make sure that the bell turns black. Because if it doesn't turn black and it stays white, you won't get notified. And make sure that the little check mark is in all. And of course, if you do enjoy the readings, make sure that you give the video a thumbs up, because when you like the video, you give it a thumbs up. You really help support me and you help support the channel. It's free for you and it helps a lot. Ooh, preliminaries. Okay. All right, let's tune in. Now, at the beginning of the reading, I did say, you know, a lot of you guys just want to click off the channel right away as soon as I say love. Oh my God, scary. It kind of even seems like the Lion King, right? When it's that scene of the hyenas saying the name of Mufasa. Ooh, right? Say it again, say it again. Mufasa. Ooh, right? They don't like it. There's something off-putting about that name, about love. Now, for you, could you potentially be kind of embodying a little bit of that hyena energy right now? Because this cup, right, it's literally this bowl. See? It's being offered to you. It's being offered to you, but you're not paying attention to it. Either you're finding it boring, right? Some of you guys are already dealing with this situation and you're kind of like, I'm not really interested. It's there, you know, it's in front of you. You know it's there, you know it'll be there. That's what you think. So you're not paying much attention to it. You're distracted with other things that, you know, you find potentially more exciting, more entertaining, right? Because this one, the one that's literally in your face, no. Is it not challenging enough? Is it perhaps not what you are expecting? For some of you guys, this is already happening. For most, not yet. It soon will. But preliminary message, we will keep this in mind, because what I'm sensing for you is that there's this new portal, this new beginning, but could it potentially be a missed opportunity if you're not seeing its worth, right, for what it is? Let's see, what is its worth? You could be right, right? Maybe it's not good enough for you. Maybe it's just, you know, not as you expected. Let's tune in. Okay. Not too bad, not too bad. I must say, it's looking quite good so far. We have yet to get into it. But some of you guys could be dealing with the sign of Sagittarius. I also see the sign of Taurus, the sign of Libra, whatever other sign this is, doesn't necessarily have to be any of these, but again, my goodness, you're just here standing back. Right now, you're not really invested fully. You're standing back. For some of you guys, you're taking a step back and or soon will, right? There's a part of you that feels like, okay, you know what? You've got some sense of stability, right? Kind of like, you know, there's a part of you that feels good without that offer. Or safe enough. but you're still curious because you're still holding on to the potential of it. And what I'm sensing here is that you're not grabbing it. You're just kind of like touching it, kind of like, let's see what this is all about. Kind of one foot in, one foot out. And I see that you're not really inclined towards making a move because you see it coming towards you. And for others, if you don't see it yet, you expect it. There's some kind of expectancy from your part right now. Okay, let's see. Let's see how this is playing a role here. Because right now I see that part of the challenge for you has to do with the fact that you don't see any growth within this. It's kind of interesting because it's almost as if a part of you needs to be a little challenged in order for you to find an interest. Is it too simple for you? Is it just too, plain looking? Again, this could be love, career, an opportunity, family, finances, friends, whatever this is. It's just kind of like something that right now isn't growing. For some of you guys, if you're already in it, it's something here that you're like, this is just not going anywhere. It's not growing. It's not looking the way that I want it to look. And so you're kind of taking a little bit of a step back. For some of you guys, this could be dealing with a mother. Because after all, the Empress is a pregnant woman. And for others of you, I must tell you that there is a part of you that you are blocking off, which is your divine feminine energy. Okay? And even if you are a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. It's just energy. What that means is that for some of you, you're kind of more so aligned right now with the masculine energy of that's what kind of really gets you going, If you see something that's a little too soft, a little bit too smooth, a little bit too easy, you question it. And I see that you're questioning this right now, and you're like, I don't know if it's going to grow. Some of you guys are like, yeah, no, this is not growing. Like it's there, but I don't know. Now, there's an outside energy playing a role here as well. And this outside energy, whoa. Someone here is coming through as triggered. I'm sensing that either you have recently triggered someone or you soon will, because by you taking a little bit of a step back, not really interested, it's going to stir some emotions within this individual, person, place, thing, energy. Let's call it an outside energy, right? And when I'm looking at you two together, it's interesting because you could be dealing with a situation or a person who is actually very logical. They're not quite emotional, right? They're not quite in tune with their own sensitivities, their own vulnerabilities. But what I'm also sensing here is that this is looking a little bit like a karmic detour in a sense, right? Because it's like you went into something, or you're kind of thinking about going into something, but then you're kind of like, you know what? Let me just make a U-turn. Okay, no, not really. That's the vibe that I'm getting. Whatever it is that, you're getting yourself into. Let's see. We're gonna clarify, because this outside energy, I'm sensing here that it's almost as if initially they're not showing you who they really are, right? And that's what you're kind of like being put off by, right? But then it's kind of like you're not seeing anything grow. And then once they notice that you're either backing off or you're just kind of like semi-interested, there's this trigger moment, this moment of, okay, now it's looking good. Now it's looking like there's some action, like there's some kind of growth about to happen, right? Let's see, in the recent past, yeah, look at you. On your horse, confident. You went into something very confidently. There was that spark, that, sense of, this is fun. This is exactly what I want. I see the passion within you. I see that energy there of you pursuing it. I mean, you had no question, no doubt about this. Love, career, family, finances, friends, project, whatever it was in the recent past, right? And what I'm seeing here is that you are still a little bit inconsistent, okay? But I see that you were a little bit more consistent in the recent past than you are being right now. That's the difference here, okay? That's like the main difference is what I'm picking up on, because this outside energy that you were dealing with, wow, they're coming through again as a very logical person, very practical. They don't really express their emotions all that much. But there's also a sense here of them being a little undecided. Kind of like the tables have turned, right? Because now you're the one hesitating. And in the recent past, it was them. And you were all in. Let's go. Right? And I feel like this outside energy in the recent past, they weren't really sure about you. They weren't. There was a part of them that gave off a vibe of kind of like, intrigue for you. But on their side, they were scared. It's almost as if you kind of intimidated them a little bit. And even though, again, I said you weren't consistent then, right? Either, but you were more consistent than now. They did pick up on that. They did. They saw that about you. And I feel like a part of them wanted to ignore that. Right? Because they were still there. They were still there, but just kind of like not wanting to see, little things that were off about the picture. I don't see that you were even paying attention to that at all. Like you were just all in, having fun. Let's do this, right? You were in the moment. You weren't thinking. You weren't thinking about anything. Not your fears. If anything, your desires. You were just really enjoying that moment in the recent past. Now, we're going to clarify. Let's move into the now. Because right now, very different. You are not really wanting to open up yourself. Either to a new person, to this situation. But you're very closed off. It's very unlike you. Very unlike you. And I'm sensing here that it has to do with the fact that something in the past may not have turned out in the way that you envisioned it, because you were just so in the moment, right? You weren't really thinking. And I see that this outside energy that you are dealing with right now, wow, my oh my. They're coming in very open, very mature, seemingly, right? They've got that sense of emotional maturity. For some of you guys, this person could potentially be someone or something here that represents steadiness. It represents groundedness. It represents something that can be very reassuring. But you're completely closed off to this. And a part of you, I'm sensing here that you're unwilling to let something go. It's almost as if you're trying to possess it. Now, when I'm looking at these and I'm tuning in here, I'm getting the sense that something here that began as a little bit of a distraction for you, right? Because it's kind of like you're interested, but not really. You're kind of just still taking a step back. It's kind of becoming a little bit of your mirror, and you're not liking it. You know, when people, situations on the outside become your mirror, it's very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. It's actually very confusing. And I'm sensing that this is not random, because I'm already kind of picking up on the connection when we haven't even gotten to the near future. But I feel that this person, energy's presence, whoever this person is, it does feel safe on the surface, right? I mean, King of Cups. How could this potentially be threatening? No, I mean, he's got an open cup. There's not even a lid on it, right? I mean, why would you feel threatened? But yet you kind of do, because you're still kind of like, closed off. Now, I'm sensing here that there's something underneath going on, because again, you're very closed off, and it's kind of like a little bit bringing a sense of a fracture to maybe your enthusiasm, your fire, because, right, water puts out fire. Too much emotion puts out fire, right? Puts out potentially love or interest. If this is anything other than love, it could be your interest. And so there's a sense here where in the recent past, I mean, you were just all in because this was kind of like air. You know, imagine air being blown into fire. It just spreads. So it's like, whoa, this was very intense energy. And again, I'm picking up on the fact that there was something here about this person, this energy arriving at a time when you were restless. You know, you were very restless. You were just kind of like, yep, let's do this. You wanted something fun. And I feel that right now, whoever is showing up in your life, offering safety, offering groundedness, you know, you're starting to crave expansion. Because again, remember, you feel like there's nothing growing. Let's move into the near future, okay? We will clarify. But in the near future, I see you're still undecided. You're still taking a step back. You're still closed off. Because in the near future, I see that you are arriving to a conclusion about the situation. And there's two doors that you can potentially go into. I mean, which one will you go into? In the near future, I do see you holding on to the one that doesn't bring you much security, doesn't bring you much, you know, consistency, because you're giving your back to the one that is stable, secure, safe, grounded. But you're kind of finding yourself more intrigued by the one that you still have yet to know. For some of you, you could potentially be dealing with two different opportunities. For some, of course, it could just be one. But it's sort of like, you're trying to make this decision, and the fact that you're holding on to the potential of this and you're ignoring the one that is seemingly more stable, it kind of begs a question. Maybe you're choosing something or choosing someone because they're just more exciting, right? More challenging than the one that's more safe and secure. And for others of you, it's interesting because this outside energy in the near future, they're showing up as an unpredictable shift, right? Because I'm sensing here that this outside energy wants to move things very quickly. Like there's fast forward moving energy, momentum, lots of momentum. And you're still not quite sure, but you're kind of like almost making a decision. And what I'm sensing here is that there is some kind of soul contract that I'm already picking up on. Because remember, you are dealing with this new beginning. And see those two hands? That's an indication of a potential soul contract that is coming alive. And I'm sensing here that they're mirroring you in a way where you have in the past traded your enthusiasm, your desire, right, for approval. But that's changing. Now let's start clarifying, because this is getting very interesting to say the least. So we're going to first start clarifying your energy, okay? Because I can already kind of see where this is headed. Yeah, okay. You could be dealing with a Virgo, doesn't have to be, whatever sign this is, but I see that for you, again, you're no longer having fun right now. This is not fun for you. It's like, for some of you guys, it's boring. And or are you telling yourself, this is boring, this is not for you, because perhaps it's the one that you are not used to, right? Because I see that there's something about you right now that is leaning a little bit towards familiarity, right? And I see here that that familiarity is not allowing you to receive some kind of awakening, some kind of enlightenment. So could it be that you're actually a little bit afraid of something a little more stable, more secure, because you're so used to just, the entertaining part of it. Maybe you're so used to just kind of a superficial thing happening, but then once things get a little bit deep and complex, and remember, these readings can be in reverse, but I'm reading it how I see it, okay? So there's a lot of cross watchers too, so again, you take the reading how it resonates. But I am seeing here that this outside energy right here, right now, whether you're about to meet them or you're already dealing with them, they've got a lot more depth on the surface right now, right? We have yet to clarify, but what I am seeing from you is that there's a part of you that is taking a step back, but by taking a step back, it's almost as if you're not really learning a lesson, right? Because here's the enlightenment. And for you, it's like you're avoiding it, right? It's like the hyenas. not wanting to confront Mufasa face to face. They like to talk about Mufasa behind his back, right? They like to, play around with the idea of Mufasa. But they're not willing to confront Mufasa. Could Mufasa in your life right now be this new portal, this new opportunity, whether it's love, whether it's a new person, a friendship, whether it's an opportunity to rise higher, to, who knows, maybe get a better job, an idea that you have that can potentially take you to higher highs, It can seem intimidating when it's unfamiliar. Now, I also see that there's a part of you that is avoiding introspection. There's a part of you that's also kind of being a little bit too critical of this outside energy. Like, oh no, it's not for me. Oh no, it's not good enough, right? Like the hyenas, again, talking all this stuff about Mufasa, criticizing Mufasa, right? Making fun of Mufasa. And it's sort of like you are kind of like, that lantern. You're placing that lantern closely onto this opportunity, this outside energy, and you're just kind of like looking, let's find the cracks in this. It cannot be this good, right? Oh, no, it's too good to be true. Let me turn on my flashlight and find, right, the errors in it. I mean, you're going to great lengths to find the cracks already. When it's interesting because in the recent past, you didn't have to do that. The cracks are very evident. They were right in front of you, right? This outside energy was not really all in. But you weren't questioning it. You were fully in. So, what I'm sensing here is that there is a part of you that can potentially be telling yourself, oh, this is just a distraction, right? This is just, it's nothing. It's just temporary. But what if this outside energy's role isn't to make you feel comfortable by bringing in all this entertaining energy, what you're used to, but rather to kind of create a little bit of a fracture maybe in your comfort zone. Because this is you pretending like you're comfortable, holding on to what you already know. But I don't really see that you're very comfortable. I mean, look at you. You're trying to hold on for dear life to all the pentacles. You're trying to balance the one on your head as well. It looks to me like this is not very comfortable. Like they're making you feel uncomfortable, but you're trying to find a reason to say, you know what? No, this has got imperfections, right? Let's look into them. Let's look into this other person, outside energy, because I see that they are getting triggered or soon will get triggered. And that's where everything starts to change. All right, let's see. Wow. Oh my gosh. You could be dealing with a Gemini. I see the sign of Leo as well, whatever other sign this is. But start off with this one. Let me tune in because I see that they do pick up on the fact that there is something there. Something meaningful. Something here that you two are supposed to do together, right? Those two hands holding that bowl becoming one. But there's still a little bit of a challenge. And I'm sensing here that this is definitely some kind of karmic situation. It can be a karmic bait, is how I'm seeing it, that is pulling the two of you together. See? And the reason why it's pulling the two of you together is it's kind of like creating this doorway to the future. But because this is challenging this person, I'm sensing that there's something that they haven't yet told you, right? That will be coming to the light very soon when they get triggered. It's something here that this person has been quiet about. They haven't spoken about. That for you, you find that part of it boring. That part of it like, yeah, I'm kind of interested. It's there, but it's just like, it doesn't fulfill you, right? And I'm getting here that they're resisting. They are resisting. They've been resisting, but I'm also sensing that they've been terrified. Okay, they've been terrified. And this is making me laugh because, wait until you see this one. Look, I'm turning red. I can feel your energy. I can feel theirs as well. That's why. At the bottom of the deck, what do we have? The Ace of Cups. Literally, these two are the same. See that? The same. Could it be that you and this outside energy want exactly the same thing, but they are terrified to talk about it, to acknowledge it, to open up about it, to be vulnerable in a sense, right? Because, I know, being vulnerable is never easy. Surely it's not easy for them. And it's not becoming easy for you either right now. And I'm sensing here that there is a desire for real love or a new beginning, something real, right? Something real to happen. For some of you guys, this could be a, healing a situation. For others, this could be acknowledging that this person is actually inspiring something within you, and them also feeling like you're inspiring something within them, but both you on your side not acknowledging it and them doing the same. Now, this is getting very complicated, okay? And we're going to go into the extended because I'm sensing that right now it's kind of feeling a little bit like you're wearing a mask, they're wearing a mask, of silence, of distance perhaps, because you are taking a step back. But I feel that that's about to fall off because remember, this person, outside energy, they're about to get triggered. There's something here that you do, that you say, that you don't do, that they find out about. And I'm seeing here that this is actually going to shift. Because remember, in the near future, things are taking off very quickly. Very, very quickly. But it's interesting because you have to make a decision right now that you are not making. It's almost as if you're expecting this other person to be vulnerable first with you or open up with you first, right? Before you can make that decision. But the way that I'm seeing this is, what if this situation is really kind of like a real partnership that can liberate you from your old tendency? Either to run away, either to avoid it, to avoid something new, that kind of thing. Because I'm sensing here that they're holding on to some kind of fear. this outside energy, but also a little bit of control. Because see, the Knight of Swords here, I mean, it's kind of like rushing in, like wanting to control the outcome, like, you know, just wanting to really voice some kind of truth. And there's a part of this that it seemingly may excite you. We're going to see. We're going to see. This is a very interesting one. Let's finalize this, because we're definitely going into the extended and clarifying all this, getting all the details. Okay. For a lot of you, not for everybody, someone here is very, very much so into you. They really desire you. They really want this with you. If some of you guys are in separation, someone misses you deeply, dearly. I mean, there is like heartbroken energy in this image, and I feel that somebody's role here is going to be defined by your next move. Okay? Because is their role here to stay or to leave? Or is their role here to just show up in your life, to trigger something in you, to heal you, to awaken you? And potentially you becoming like this new version of you, right? We've got to see, because this says missing you. We may not be together right now, but my heart misses you dearly. Wow. See that man with a broken heart in this image. He's crying. There's this energy here. So we're going to see, because like I said, this is a very complex reading, and you do have a choice. I'm sensing here that there could be a rekindling of something for some of you, but for most of you, it's definitely something new that you find a little bit scary. You find a little bit boring. You find a little bit kind of like unusual. It's not your type. It's not your thing, you know, and or if it's an opportunity, if it's a project, anything other than love, this can potentially be, you know, this part of missing you can potentially be the version of yourself that you keep abandoning, the version of yourself that says, hey, remember our dreams, remember what we said we were going to do in this lifetime, right? Why do you keep settling for what brings you temporary pleasure, temporary, you know, relief, when the real thing, you know, is right in front of you? So for some of you, this is literally you and you. You, your soul, trying to talk to you, trying to tell you, hey, there's a new portal opening up. Are we going to do what we've always done and go back into the karmic loop with the same person? Or are you finally going to choose what we set out to do? Again, it could be you and you, or you and another person. Let's tune into the extended. In the extended, we're going to dive deeper into who this person is, of course, the situation, their subconscious thoughts about you, their deeper feelings, emotions for you, their next moves, actions towards you, how the situation is all going to turn out and unfold for you, what's going to be the final result. I really need to know. And we're also going to get some advice from Spirit for you. I mean, look at me. I'm even like stuttering. What is going on here with this energy? My goodness, I can feel your energy so much. And also, if you would like to book a personal reading, you can also find the link to both the extended link and the personal reading link down in the description box below, as well as in the first comment that I pinned down below as well. Also, stay tuned, because I do have an amazing offer for you guys from Psychic Source. You guys, it's truly an amazing offer. I'm not just saying that. Some of you guys have asked me which psychics do I recommend. I do recommend a few. One of them, her name is Pixie. She is amazing. Another one, her name is Zamara. You can see it on the screen here, their names. So again, if you want to check that out, stay tuned. That is up next. I'll tell you all about this offer. But for now, I'll see you in the extended. And I just want to take a moment to thank today's sponsor, Psychic Source. You guys, seriously, they've been around over 35 years and they're one of the most trusted psychic services out there. Now, obviously, you guys all know that I do readings myself for all of you, but sometimes, honestly, it just really helps to get a different perspective from someone outside of my own energy when it comes to my personal things. And so I was really curious to know what they would tell me, and so I called them. I called one of their advisors just to get the clarity that I needed. And yeah, I was surprised to know that they gave me the confirmation and the clarity that I already kind of knew within me. What I love about their offer is that you can literally connect with as many advisors as you want during that time frame. You can either call them, message them, and read through all of the reviews to see which one you feel more comfortable with. Right now, they have an amazing offer for you, all of my loyal viewers. You get 40 minutes for only $19.80. That's literally like less than 20 bucks, you guys. Just click the link that's down in the description box below. I've also linked it in the first comment that you'll see down below as well. Or you can visit the direct website, trypsychicsource.com/Gina Moon. Make sure that you spell my name correctly because that will be your code, Gina Moon. That's Gina with an E. Here's how to use your special offer code. Click on the direct link that's down in the description box below or visit www.trypsychicsource.com/Gina Moon. Once you're on the Psychic Source website, click on Get a Reading. Then it'll take you to the offer page. The check mark should already be on the first offer, which is $19.80 for 30 minutes plus 10 free. That's your special offer. Then make sure it says in green letters below, promo code Gina Moon applied, no spaces. That should already be automatically applied for you. If it's not, you can go ahead and apply it. Then enter your email address, password, date of birth, answer the questions and check mark below if you'd like, then click on the red button, Proceed to Payment. Once you have an account, you can select to get a reading with any available advisor of your choice via phone, chat, video, and you can schedule your appointment for later as well. You can ask specific questions or things like, what are the key lessons I'm meant to learn in this lifetime? What areas of my life should I focus on at this moment for personal growth? What can you tell me about my current relationships, money, love, career, family? You can ask anything you want and get the answers revealed to you instantly. All right, that's it. Enjoy your special Psychic Source offer. Respect is non-negotiable. Red flags, those are warnings. You're not supposed to climb them. Who in the world told you that unconditional love means unconditional tolerance? To watch the full video, visit my new YouTube channel, Nova Sky Society. Link in description and pinned comment below. In the extended reading, I go into the other person's subconsciousness, their deeper thoughts about you, their deeper feelings for you, their next actions, moves, and more. And thank you all so much for all of your positive feedback for the extended reading. I am so glad that you guys are loving the extended reading so much. So again, if you want to check out the link to the extended, the link is down in the description box below. And remember to share this video with somebody who needs it, especially if you feel like it could help them. Watch your moon and Venus signs for love and emotions, your sun and rising ascendant sign for personal growth and alignment, also for career matters, and your Jupiter and Mars for action, purpose, and expansion. And to catch up on all of your readings for your zodiac sign, click on the left side to watch your zodiac playlist. Click on the video on the right side to watch your next reading. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.